Hey everybody, we wanted to just give you guys an update on where things are with Reach Out Rochester, and maybe I should just start and just say like we threw it out there that we wanted to do Reach Out Rochester, and that we had some things that were all right. We've got to work through these things, and we've come to a place where we're confident that we can work through those things. So we are planning to move forward with Reach Out Rochester as planned. So I'm going to ask some questions to Mark. He's going to ask some to me, and I'll just start with asking, like, Mark, I wasn't at that parent meeting. I was at a men's ministry meeting, so I don't know what happened on Sunday. So, you got any like snippets you can tell us about?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody who was there, and we kind of went through some stuff about schedule, and actually a lot of the stuff we talked about there we're going to talk about now, and we have some new information now that we didn't have on Sunday about some things as well. So even if you're at the meeting on Sunday, I would encourage you to listen through this as well, because you'll pick up a couple more details.
Okay, so let's talk about late night options.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us about what we got for that?
So we've got 3 nights where we've got like pure fun things. We've got some other things that are going to go on as well. But our fun events, we've got an escape room that we're in the process of booking. One night we're gonna go to Velocity and do laser tag and bowling, and then we're gonna go over to Air Insanity another night, and we'll have some fun there. So then, in addition, we'll have one of our events is tied to being over at Highlands, and then we'll do some outreach stuff related to what we're doing as well for some of our late night activities as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get to do work with the landing on one,
Oh, yeah.
and then we'll have Friday night. We'll have a kind of a celebration bonfire kind of an event as well. So, looking forward to those.
So like one of the other things we wanted to talk about is like we still have some ways where people can serve. So Mark, you have a kind of a pulse on like what are our needs? What are they?
Yeah. So for the VBS time, Mark and I are going to be splitting the teaching responsibilities for the VBS time. And we're going to have a room that's set up with cool decorations and stuff. But we could use an assistant that would help kind of do a quick disinfecting of that room in between sessions of kids. And so that would be really helpful to have somebody who would come during that 1 to 3:30 time each day and help us out with that Monday through Thursday. We could still use some drivers. We're probably going to need one driver as a helper every single day in the morning around 9 o'clock, and then to go pick students up around 3 o'clock and get them back to the church, and some evening drivers possibly as well. So if you could help to get us to those things, and you can participate if you drive in the evening and you want to participate in the escape challenge or bowling or whatever, we'd offer that to you as well. We could use an assistant lunch packer. We're going to have to do lunches a little differently where we can't let students make their own lunch. So we're going to have just 2 people doing it every day, the same people. And Rachel's heading that up for us, but we could use an assistant. We could use a videographer, photographer / photographer for the week as well. And so if you're interested in that, you can let us know. And then also an assistant for doing dinners, which we're not doing a dinner here every night of the week, but I think Sunday, Monday, let's see, I don't know. There's a few days we're going to need that. So if you're interested in helping out with that, you wouldn't have to take the lead on it because we have someone taking the lead on it, but just kind of an assistant helping out with some cooking and serving and cleaning up from meals.
So one of the big things that we had to kind of come up with a plan around was social distancing rides and masks and things like that. And obviously the city of Rochester has got some ordinances in play or some recommendations in play right now. And we're doing our best to cooperate with those. So Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit more about social distancing, masks and stuff?
Yep. So, we'll start with that. As you may probably already know, the city of Rochester is requiring masks for public events indoors. And so when you're in the church building, we're going to ask everyone to be wearing masks during the Reach Out Rochester week. And so that would include during the Vacation Bible School time if you're in the building. And we're going to have about half or maybe a little more than half of that be able to be outside. But when it's inside, we'll need that. And also, we are going to be doing transportation where we'll have, you'll be with a ministry team group for the week, and all your transportation you will do with that same ministry team group. But we are going to ask for wearing masks in vehicles when we're transporting between places as well. And we're going to, yeah, again, you'll be with the same students, will be with the same, and leaders actually will be with the same core group of ministry team group all week. And so those groups can hang out together. And as some of the camps around the area are doing, we are not going to require social distancing within those groups, but between one group and another group, we are going to ask for social distancing. And so, those will be a couple things that are different, but my take on this is it's going to be an awesome week, and it's going to be worth it to make some of those sacrifices from things that we normally are used to for the sake of the gospel ministry, for the sake of being able to serve our community, and just to be together in this way.
So we, like if this was a normal Reach Out Rochester year, everyone would have slept at the church, including those from out of town. So we do have two churches that are coming from out of town. The church in Colfax, Wisconsin, and the church in Westby, Wisconsin, and there's 6 to 8 students and adults between the two of them, plus the dozen from here. So those that are coming from out of town, they still have their out of town packing list, but because you guys are staying at your homes, you guys don't need to have a packing list, but you still need to have some stuff that we're hoping that you'll have with every day. So you'll hopefully have seen this list, but just to kind of just go over it, if you could bring a backpack, obviously that'll help to carry everything. Bug spray, it might come in handy depending on the ministry site, the work project that you're at for the day. Same with the change of clothes, deodorant, things like that, so that obviously you're going to be with us for the whole day, and you might get kind of just tired and hot and sweaty, and it might be nice to change into those clothes. Bible, notebook, something to write with. So every morning we've got a time for devotions that's planned, and you'll have a time to do a little Bible study on your own. So obviously you'll need your Bible, you'll need to be able to take some notes, and we'll have snacks here at the church, but you might want to bring your own snacks with too. So we'll just encourage you to bring your own snacks with too. Bring water bottles, because obviously if you're out on a work site, that's your only source perhaps to get water. We'll have water here at the church as well, but just to give you the opportunity to fill it up and to have something to put it in. And then Mark talked about masks, so obviously you know that you're going to need to bring your own mask, so please bring masks with. And then some of our work projects, having a pair of gloves, that's going to be a good thing to have. So bring gloves with as well. The other thing that's going to be beneficial would be closed-toed shoes. So I love to walk around barefoot. I can't do that during Reach Out Rochester. I have to wear closed-toed shoes. So do you. And then we'd ask also bring just a happy, positive attitude, because that's going to be infectious on the rest of everybody else as well. Another question for Mark here. Mark, tell us about, obviously we know we're doing VBS. We've lined up pretty much all of our ministry projects that are going to happen during the week. Tell us what things are going to look like.
So everybody will do 2 days of VBS. So in the morning you'll help do prep, and that it might involve going grocery shopping for a snack or rounding up craft supplies, coming up with a craft for that day, maybe coming up with games that work with social distancing between groups, whatever. We're gonna really rely on students to help with some of that planning and have some ownership with that. And so you might be with a group, you will be with a group 2 days that'll do that kind of stuff in the morning, and then we'll have our VBS students coming at 1 p.m. And so helping them from 1 to 3:30, going around with a group, maybe leading some games, helping get a snack done, whatever, all the stuff with that. And so that's the VBS. We're borrowing from Inspiration Point, the curriculum that they were going to use for their camps this summer. And the theme is focus, and there's a number of different Bible stories, different one each day, and we'll go over those in the morning to get you very familiar with those and how to lead a discussion on those kind of things as well. Then when you're not doing VBS, which will be 3 days out of the week where you won't be, we're going to be building some shelves for New Life to put diapers on. So diaper shelf building is one thing. we're going to do a massive painting project out at Bear Creek for some of their apartments, painting the outdoors of the apartments. And the goal is to do 18 fronts of apartments for people in 1 week. And so we're going to need a group out there just about every day. We're going to be doing some stuff likely with the landing as well. And we're going to do a landscaping project for Castleview downtown. And so that's most everything. It's going to be good, meaningful ministry stuff this year. And I'm excited about that.
Last thing I'll tell you guys about is so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, every night of those days, we've got evening worship service, and then Jordan, who's one of the pastors that's with, he'll be leading the worship. Maybe we'll have some times where some of our students from some of our churches get to plug in and help to lead worship as well. But he'll be leading the worship, and then the rest of us will be taking turns speaking. So myself, Mark, Paul Shelter from Westby, and then Jordan from Kofax, and then Dan Fifield from the Landing. The five of us were taking turns bringing the evening message. So we've lined up looking at Luke chapter 10, really the first 20 verses of Luke chapter 10. We've broken that up into 5 messages, and the theme is the word sent. So as you look at, maybe you want to look at Luke chapter 10 in advance and just see how Jesus is sending out, and think about how does that relate to what we're going to be doing this week. So look forward to sharing with you the theme. We've got T-shirts that are going to go with that are going to match that as well. So any last thoughts?
No. If you're watching this and you haven't already signed up, we'd still love to have you. We need to know as soon as possible if we're going to have more, so we can adjust for groups and how many shirts and how much food we buy and all that stuff. But if you have a friend who you think would really benefit and want to come, let them know. If you have questions, get a hold of Mark or get a hold of me, and we'll try our best to answer whatever questions you might have. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great week, and looking forward to see how God works in and through it.
I agree. So thanks very much.
All right.